Hey guys, this is Kyler with Duskin Brewing Company, and today we are brewing a batch of beer with my brother-in-law.
Hey.
First time brewing beer, right?
First time brewing beer.
Awesome. And per your request, we are brewing a pumpkin ale.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a little bit about what made that happen?
I had a pumpkin ale recently, and I said, man, this is really good. And I know Kyler's always making some new stuff, so I said, why not pumpkin?
Right on. That's all you need. That's all you need. Hey, we're throwing pumpkin around here.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's all you need. You try a beer, you like it, and then you want to make it. So
there you go.
There we go. So we'll kind of go over the grain bill here, Taylor, just briefly so you know kind of what's in it. So our base malt here, which is all this stuff, this is just basic two-row.
Okay.
And that's what's creating most of our grain right here.
Okay.
And then we have our specialty malts, our adjunct malts. So this here is Caramel 60.
All
and
right.
what this is going to do is you can get in there and give her a smell and all that. So this is going to add some color to the beer and also some sweetness, which is amazing. I love this malt. And then we have Carapils, just a little bit of it. And all this is going to do is increase the body of the beer and head retention.
Okay.
That's why we put this in there. And then we have our pumpkin, which for this, when we're brewing, we want something that's just, in this case for a pumpkin ale, just pure pumpkin, no other preservatives or anything like that.
Right.
And this happens to be ingredients pumpkin. So
perfect.
This will be great.
That's what we need.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get set up here, and we have to mill this grain.
Okay.
And then after that, our strike water is already up to temperature.
Okay.
Got it ready for you.
Sweet.
So we're going to mill this, and then we are going to be good to what we call mash in.
All right.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right. That look good to you?
It does.
All right. Perfect. And then what you're going to do with this is you put your grains in there, and then you take this little handle, and then you're going to spin this handle.
Crank it.
I'm just kidding. We're going to use a drill, otherwise it'd take forever.
Okay. We're not hand.
We're not going to do it by hand. We have technology.
All right.
So we're going to
that makes it easy.
It does make it easy. All right. That should stay there. Well, I'm going to hold it. So go ahead, and we're going to fill it probably about 3/4 at a time. You almost look like you've done this before. This is awesome. Yeah, that's good to start. And then just for educational purposes, there's different gap settings that you can set on these grain mills, depending on what you're doing. I've already preset it for us.
Perfect.
So just let her rip.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay, and then we're going to give it the old smack down. All right. Cool. And that's our grain. Okay.
All right. Sweet.
All righty. You big, strong guy. You can pick this up and set her there. Just don't get yourself wet. Hold her level. Beautiful. 162. Okay. And then, so when we go to mash in and we heat up our water, we hit what's called a strike temperature. So right now we're at 161 degrees.
Yeah.
And we have it set higher than what we actually want to mash at because this grain is colder.
Right.
So
and the pumpkin too, probably.
And the pumpkin as well. So when we put this in, that temperature is going to drop. We're going to be mashing at about 155 degrees, and we're going to mash for an hour. Okay. So we'll take this lid off, and then the process that we're doing today, which is different than a 3-vessel system, we're going real simple because you're learning. So what we're doing is a process that's called brew in a bag. So we need a bag.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is. And we have this is our grain bag, and I have it sitting here in sanitizer. So it was sitting, soaking in sanitizer. That's one of the biggest things with brewing is everything's got to be clean, sanitary.
Right.
Perfect. So that's in.
Maybe a little tighter.
If I can.
You might need to do the clamp.
Yeah, we will.
Just to be safe.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Actually, we might be okay. And then what we do when we mash in is we want to avoid what's called dough balls. So clumps of grain that don't split up, because then we won't get the grains inside of it, right? So we're going to do a little bit at a time.
Okay.
Probably do this with this amount here. We'll probably do 3 different dumps and then mix in between.
Mixing with that.
Yep.
Okay.
And we ready to go? We're good to go.
Okay. I'm going a little slow. I don't know.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, that's probably a good start.
Okay.
And then get your mash paddle there and just kind of give it a good stir.
All right.
Breaking things up. It's a little different with a bag versus in a system like this.
Because you can actually just put it directly into the system in that one?
You still have to put it in kind of intervals, but it's got what's called a false bottom. So there's no bag that goes in it. It's just a metal screen.
Oh.
So you can be a little more aggressive with it, whereas this, you kind of got to work around the bag.
Right. Okay, I'm pulling at the bag, which I guess is a good sign.
Yeah, that's
at the
good.
bottom.
Yep, that's good. Awesome. And yeah, just set that. You can set it right back in there.
Right back in? Perfect.
Yep. And then
round 2?
Keep on going.
I can see how it can get clumped pretty easily.
Very easily, yeah.
It's like a little hydrophobic almost.
Yeah.
And then rest for one more?
Yep, that should be good.
Okay.
And you can see even with that, our temperature just dropped to 156.
There you go. We're getting close.
Yep. It's almost like I've done it before.
Just kind of scoop and see him.
Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
No clumps or anything.
I don't think so.
Okay, so now that we're fully mashed in, what we're going to do is we're going to be mashing for an hour. So we're going to want to set a timer for 1 hour.
Okay.
Let her rip. You got a watch on you?
I don't have a timer watch.
Oh,
on
no.
Me, so feel free.
Hey, Siri. Okay, Siri's not listening. So we're going to go to the phone, which is over there.
Oh, I got my phone. I can get mine.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and get your phone and we'll set it.
1 hour.
We're very prepared. Yeah, so for 1 hour, and then what we're going to do in between then, just kind of periodically, we're going to stir it up to hopefully increase that efficiency to get as much of those sugars and stuff.
Right.
Okay. And then we're also going to take a few measurements to make sure that we're, accomplishing the numbers that we want to accomplish.
Okay.
So that way we can make a good solid beer.
Perfect.
And then aside from that, we just hang out.
Just hang out. Okay. All right.
Cool.
Sweet.
Alrighty, Taylor. So we're done with our mash. So what we're going to do, get this lid off of there. Get these off. And then what you're going to do is we're going to lift this bag out.
Okay.
We'll try and hold it for a little bit to drain out what we can, and then we're going to go into this bucket.
Okay.
And we have hot water that we're going to sparge over it to try and get those last little sugars out of there, and then go back into our kettle, and then we'll start boiling.
Right. Okay.
And you can cinch that tight if it's easier for you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's going to be real heavy. If you need a step ladder, we can do that as well. You want a step ladder?
Okay. I wasted all my energy holding it up. I need a little bit of assistance, maybe.
Okay. Let's go.
Quick. No. The corner. Oh.
Okay. That was fun. Absolutely not getting cut out of the video.
Perfect. I love it.
We're not here because we're perfect. We're here because we're learning, right? All right, Taylor. So we hit our boil, and now we're ready for our hop additions, and we have a 60-minute hop addition that we've measured out there. So what we're going to do is dump her in.
Okay.
Awesome.
Boom.
And then our next hop addition is at 30 minutes. So we're going to set a timer for 30 minutes. In the meantime, when you're doing your boil, you can just sit back and drink a beer until we got to do our next hop addition.
Sounds good.
All right.
Right.
Cool. We are ready for our 30-minute hop addition.
All right.
Let her rip.
Boom.
Awesome. Now we'll wait. Once we get closer to the end of the boil, we're going to add a Warflock tablet that's going to help clarify that beer, and then some yeast nutrient, and then we're going to start cooling.
Awesome.
Can't wait. Right. Alrighty, we hit our next timer, and now we're going to add our yeast nutrient.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeast nutrient.
Just sprinkle her in there. Wonderful.
Perfect.
And then next timer to go off is going to be our Warflock tablet, and then we're going to start cooling.
Perfect.
Again, at our 5-minute mark, and we're going to add our Warflock tablet. Just throw her in there.
Perfect.
Cool. So we are nearing the end of our boil here, so we're going to go ahead and shut this guy off to stop applying heat. And then next step is going to be the cooling process.
Okay.
And what we're using here, and we're going to bring the camera up to show you guys what we got, but we're using a plate chiller, which if you're a starting out home brewer, not necessarily something that you're going to invest in, but we have one, so we're going to use it.
Perfect.
So what we're going to do, Taylor, is turn on your water. So we're going to have our cold water running through, and then we're going to turn on our pump. Yep.
Boom.
Then we're going to turn on our pump here in a second, and we're going to start transferring into our fermentation vessel. Taylor, we got our fermentation vessel full. So next thing to do is pitch the yeast.
Okay.
And so we got a knife here for these purposes, and then our yeast packet. Yeast packet's open, and then what you're going to do is just dump it right in there. Awesome. Get it all out.
There we go.
Okay, and then we got our lid. So go ahead and spray our lid with Star Sand so it's nice and sanitized. Inside, outside, get the whole bit, get around here. Yep, awesome. And these lids they got a gasket on there, so it's just going to go down and up like so. And then this is our pressure valve, and this is going to go on the inside where there's no floating dip tube, so that way the beer doesn't squirt out while it's fermenting.
Right.
That goes on there like that. And that's it. So we're going to let it sit probably for a couple weeks.
Okay. And
then we'll come back here when it's done, get her carbonated, and then we're going to bottle it.
Perfect.
Just like that, man. Cool.
Fun.
You made your first batch of beer.
I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, should be good.
It was hard work, but worth it.
Very worth it. Perfect. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.